everyone, and welcome back to Who Let Me Do This, me and also you. So let's talk about it. Happy Mother Halloween to all of my fellow Halloween fans out there, Halloween lovers, Halloween at heart. If you know, I've obviously been celebrating since like September, and that is a lot for me. If you know, I used to celebrate Halloween like August to October, but then by the time October would come, to be honest with you guys, I would be over it, and that's pretty bad. It's been like a thing the last few years, and I, to be honest, never really felt that way when I was a kid. So I'm wondering if just as the years have gone on, the overconsumption has gone on with like stores putting out Christmas stuff already, and being an adult and just pre-planning already. Like I already bought all my son's Christmas gifts. Yes, I know I'm crazy. From a mom perspective, so any moms out there can relate, I just wanted to get it done. I wanted to enjoy December and not be stressed out. Happy Halloween. I am binge watching all of my Halloween Michael Myers, the original movies, by the way, the original Halloween 2, 3, 4, 5. That's all I'm watching. I have not seen Halloween 6 or H2O or Resurrection on cable. Like you can only watch it on like HBO Max and stuff, which I think is a little weird, but whatever. In my opinion, those are not as good as the original. And I know there's a million timelines. I just like the original timeline, okay? That's just me. Today, was teasing the last few weeks. Also, I'm sorry I did not post an episode last week. I don't even know what happened. Not that I forgot, I just, time got away from me, and then I was going to post on Sunday, and then I just got really busy. So, my apologies. We are back on it, and I'm probably going to sweat this entire episode, but that's fine. I have been talking about how do I put this? I have paranormal story times on my channel. If you want to watch them, I will try to put them in a playlist and link it up here somewhere or in the description. If you want to go watch those from back in the day, the only bad thing with talking about that stuff is that it does egg it on more. It does like bring it about more. And that is something that I personally do not want for myself or my family, especially my child. Definitely can tell you guys some things that have been happening, and also talk about how I believe that I am not clairvoyant. I want to say I'm like clairaudient, but it's mostly with my family that is passed on, and sometimes it's randomly with people. And I talked about this in one of those videos. I was like, oh, I hope I'm not schizophrenic or anything. It's definitely nothing like that. That is just a whole another ball game. As witnessing children with it, man, that's just a whole nother game. And if you or someone is going through that, my heart is with you, because witnessing it is just, wow, it is insanity. So just to give you guys like a brief background of me, years ago, back when I was living at home, like in my 20s, my late teens, early 20s, I was falling asleep at night, hearing random voices, hearing people like saying hi or saying random phrases. And it was really freaking me out, honestly. And then I started to have all these random like paranormally things happen to me, and then I knew were like my stepdad that passed away or my uncle or whoever. And over time it got to be a lot, and then I kind of had to say out loud, literally, like, this makes me sound like a crazy person, but I had to say out loud, like, okay, please stop with it, because it's freaking me out. I don't want to get scared like that anymore, so please stop doing it. So now it's kind of a thing of, it happens once in a while, and when it does, it's kind of like a what the moment. Like, what was that? What is this? What's going on? Little things have happened, little tiny things, nothing crazy, especially since we moved into here. Like, I wasn't about to be bringing, like, not toxicity, but like, I didn't want to bring any of that here, like. So I guess we'll go into like things that have happened. Craziness. By the way, I am someone that does believe in the afterlife, heaven, hell. I am personally trying to, I don't even know what the word I want to use is. I'm personally trying to fix my relationship with God. Like, I'm trying to build a better relationship with Him. I don't consider myself any religion anymore, considering I grew up Catholic, and I will be completely honest, as I've said, I don't completely believe everything they preach, and I believe that a lot of religions are very godly and are, in my opinion, and this is a little controversial take, if God really was as like judgmental and everything as things that are preached in certain religions, I don't think He would hate people of a different like orientation. I don't think He would hate people that did certain, that didn't agree with like the traditional values. I feel like these religions are like based on God, but they're just like curated to like what was like the beliefs at the time, and it's just passed down. I don't know. That's just me. Let me know how you feel. I've always been kind of like I've struggled a little bit, but things that have happened, a few things that I can remember, and most recently from when we moved in here, sometimes in the bathroom, we used to have a stopper in our bathroom sink drain, but it broke, so there's no stopper in it anymore that you pull it up to pull the stopper and you get it. That would randomly be pulled up. No, I wouldn't do it. My husband wouldn't do it. There's no one else here. Like the cat clearly can't do that. That has happened a few times when we did have a stopper in the sink. The most recent things I can really say is just have all pretty much been from my grandma. If you already know the story, if you've been following the podcast, following me, whatever, my grandma literally brought Brian to us after she passed away. She's been here. Oh, she's around. She's around. My mom and my grandpa have had a few experiences with her after she passed as well. Around Brian's birthday, I will say this is one of the things that, now keep in mind, the stairs at my mom's house are creaky as they are so creaky. You can hear anyone going up and down those stairs, no matter what time of the day, what time of the night, you can hear anybody. My mom just got two new kittens, but they were small, like they were still babies basically. And Callie, she does not go up and down the stairs anymore. She's a little granny. So it definitely wasn't the dog. It wasn't the kittens. It wasn't my grandpa. He was sitting in the living room. My mom was upstairs in her room. I was just downstairs with Brian. And it sounded like someone stepped on the bottom step of the stairs. And it was just really weird. I was like, oh, that's weird. There's no one there. Nothing was thrown down the stairs. This was all around Brian's birthday, by the way, on Brian's birthday. That was really weird. Just a lot of like weird noises, random noises at my mom's house, basically, that were like someone had to be there to make the noise and no one was there. Grandma, every time we're like, it's grandma. Oh, it's grandma. Oh, it's Uncle Brian. Oh, it's this. Oh, it's a daddy. Like it's always someone. Like I never feel personally that it's malicious or negative in any way. Trust me, if I did, I'd be like, nope, we rebuke this. This is not happening. I feel like there's something else that happened. I can't. Oh, most recently, this is weird. Mom was coming down the stairs and she found this little medallion of Mother Mary that was like probably on like a rosary. It came off of a necklace or a bracelet. We don't know where it came from though, because there's just no way it could have ended up on the bottom of the stairs. And for some weird reason, I felt the need after to just hold on to it. Like it was just weird. Like my mom's like, I have no idea where this came from. My grandpa had no idea. Like the cats couldn't have got it. There's just no way. Like where did this come from? And so I was just kind of holding on to it for a while. Like something just told me to hold on to it. Here's the thing. It felt like it was meant for me and my mom, but it also felt like it was definitely my grandma because it was a picture of Mary and I just felt the need to hold it and hold it and hold it. And I feel like I get a lot of like signs from her. I'm going to cry. This is also one of the signs that I know that someone's around me. I get very emotional and I cry. And I know that sounds weird, but that's just what happens. So definitely feeling some vibes here. But I feel like anytime I'm struggling, especially with motherhood this last like year, almost 2 years now, year and a half, I have just felt her like presence and just felt her near and just heard her. So, like I've said before, part of my thing that I believe that I have, and you could choose to believe it or not, this is just me. I can hear when my loved ones are talking to me. I know it's really weird, but I guess that's it's called clairaudience. That's the best way that I can describe it. Like they will just talk to me, especially if I'm in a really bad spot or I'm just really not in a good place or I'm struggling. That's when they really come through and are there, or, happy moments. And I could just feel like they don't even need to talk to me. I could just feel them. And then I start crying. And apparently that's allegedly one of the signs that your loved ones are around or someone or spirits around you, because you can get very emotional. You could just like feel like it's a lot of energy. As they say, when someone passes away, like yes, they're gone, but the energy is never gone. Like that energy is still there. So I feel everyone quite a bit. Quite a bit. The other thing that I did want to obviously mention too, how could I have not mentioned this? When we had my son's old monitor, we had to get a new baby monitor because it just busted. But up until that point, there were always orbs flying around my son. And I'm pretty positive that he can also see them too, since children are more susceptible to like spirits and all that kind of stuff, which also makes me scared. So that's why I'm very like, let's say our prayers every night. Let's just have some godly protection in case, because I just get very nervous with all that kind of stuff in the past that has happened when I was little and whatever. But anyway, there would just be so many orbs, and as he's gotten older, he would just like be awake and like looking around, and it looks like he's talking to them, and you could see them flying everywhere and just going this way and that way, and you can tell it's an orb because it was not just going in like the direction of a, like there's a piece of fuzz right here. the fuzz is just going to flutter, like it's just going to go around, and these orbs like are turning, they're going like in and out, they're going sideways, they're going everywhere, which I was like, holy crap. The first time I saw one, I was like, wow, this is incredible. And that gave me this has made me very happy knowing that everyone is also watching over Brian, because obviously my grandma brought him to me and he's probably met everybody up in heaven already. And it's just crazy of how like kind of full circle it comes. It's like he knows who my grandma is, he knows who my dad is. He knows who my real dad is. He knows about his Uncle Brian and his Auntie Helen and his great great grandparents and everyone. He knows about everybody, which is just crazy. And he is already talking spiritually. Hopefully, this is making sense. I'm also getting a little flustered because I could just feel all the energy right now. Like, hello, hi, everyone. Okay, cool. As far as me goes, sometimes I just have moments where I just, again, hear them speaking to me. Music is a big way that they like to come through. And sometimes it'll literally be like conversations I'm having with them, kind of. It's not like a full like you can't like, I can see them in my mind and I can hear them. So maybe I'm delulu, I don't know. I can like see them in my mind and I can talk to them, and again, I don't feel that this is anything malicious and it's anything negative, but it is something that has been happening to me for quite a few years now, and I've honestly welcomed it at this point because I still would rather have my, passed on loved ones coming around and watching over my son and my family than to not have them at all. So that's just me. And if he sees anyone when he gets older, then we'll talk about it then. But I feel like he might end up having some kind of thing where he can see or hear everyone too. I don't know. I just have a feeling that he's going to end up being able to do that. And one day he's going to be like, Mommy, Grandpa's over there. I could see Grandpa. And I'd be like, okay. It's very weird. Like, I don't know if other people like that have like these sort of like feelings, gifts, whatever you want to call it, said this, but I feel like it's kind of weird because it'll just randomly happen. Like one day when Brian was still younger, I could feel my stepdad like standing in the kitchen near the fan, near the pantry. And Brian was also just staring over there. And I was like, who's that? Is that? And then I'll start naming whoever it could be. I'm like, is that great grandma? Is that grandpa? And if I say who it is, he's like, so maybe it is real. I believe it is. Again, this is all my experience, but it's random. And I'm just like, oh, okay, all right, like chill. And sometimes I feel like I have to give a few warnings, like, not now, we're not doing anything. We're not. No. Because there was one time that Brian ended up getting very scared at night and was like having a full breakdown. I don't know what it was. I don't know what happened. The only thing I can think of is that somebody scared him by accident and he just freaked the absolute out. They don't scare him anymore. So I get so flustered when I talk about this kind of stuff because I don't know how to accurately explain it to where it makes full sense to someone that isn't going through this. I'm just like, how do I navigate this right now? I have definitely had visions. Case in point, the vision I had of my grandma bringing a baby to me in a baby blue blanket, and it turned out to be Brian before I found out I was pregnant with him. I feel like I've had, like, I guess most people would just call them intrusive thoughts. Sometimes I feel like they've led me to a place where it's like, oh crap, this could end up coming true. This could be true. This could be not. Let me not manifest this. Like, I remember I was living in Maine and I was little. I was a teenager and I just had a vision of my stepdad passing and being at his funeral. At that time, like, I knew he was battling liver cancer and everything like that. And in some ways, and I like to think of this, I feel like I manifested that in a weird way, but maybe not. I feel like it just kind of came to me and was like a warning of like, this is what is to come. Like, there's no getting out of this. This is the end, which I absolutely hated because obviously I didn't want to lose my dad again. Ha! I have to make light of it or I'll cry. A lot of people probably just think I'm very dark in that sense because I'm like, yeah, I had a dad and I had a stepdad and they both died because that I just they didn't want to stick around. Knee slapper. Ha ha. It's not funny. It really is not funny though. Having this kind of like a gift, I feel like really does help me in a lot of ways. Sometimes it is annoying because if I'm just trying to zone out and just not, it'll just happen or someone will come talk to me or something will happen. Not all the time though. It's very like far few in between now because I've kind of had to set some boundaries, I guess. I had to set some boundaries of like, okay, you guys can't be doing this to me all the time. Please don't scare me. That's my big thing because if you used to watch, I used to watch so many paranormal shows, and me and my mom don't anymore because we just feel like there was so much negative energy coming through the screen, and just it was just very negative. And Bagans, whatever, and his little hotel thing, museum, I don't even know what it is, and all that, but that's a story for another day. Definitely had to set some boundaries though, because I don't want someone to all of a sudden just like do something and I'm like, ah, because I just don't want to be freaked out by it. Like, I find comfort knowing that they're there and knowing that they are there if I need them, if Brian needs them, that they're always watching over us, that they're always with us. I'm gonna cry again. I find the comfort and the peace in that. I definitely don't want it to be a situation where I see them, or they scare me, or it's like out of the blue, like, oh, like I really just don't want that. So obviously we will see what happens when Brian gets older, if he ends up being the same way. As I've said before, I have held off talking about this topic for a long time, a long time, because I don't want to bring on anything. This is all my own stuff, I like to say. I don't really openly talk about it that much at all. Not that because it's frowned upon, but just in general, I'm just like, want to keep it to myself. Like, it's my own personal thing. Thankfully, I have not had any like randos like trying to talk to me, because I feel like my family does a good job of like keeping that away, because I don't want that. They're like, this is our family, you go away. Especially my grandma, she'd be like, no, get out of here. No, this is my family, you leave them alone. Like, I could just, wow, I sounded just like her. It's kind of funny though, because I can find out, well, especially with like my Uncle Brian, like recently, obviously you guys know I love MGK. Well, maybe you don't, but I do love him. And your girl may or may not have gotten tickets to his concert in June. And I feel like anytime I play like some of the new songs off of his album, like he's there with me. Like, my uncle's there with me and he likes it too. He likes him too, which is crazy. I don't know. That's just like little random tidbits. Or like, I know my grandma likes Lana Del Rey. Lana Del Rey. I know that she does. Say Yes to Heaven is her song. That's her song. I really wish I was kidding, but I'm not. Like, music is definitely the number one way that I can really like spiritually connect with my loved ones, especially if it's like a song that reminds me of them, or like they want me to hear like something, or if it's like on the radio and it pops up, or like if it's in my Spotify, it's just going through the shuffle and it pops up. That's kind of how I know. Or if I see morning glories, obviously remind me a lot of my grandma. Spiders remind me of my uncle, and among other things. He loved the Cars, so a couple songs I do listen to and I think about him, especially during Christmas time too. I will also mention there is this old 90s Christmas lights. You guys will probably end up seeing it on TikTok because it always pops up for like nostalgia Christmas time. And it is this Christmas lights that have like a sound, not a sound, like a music that goes with it, and like the lights go to the beat of the music. And my grandma used to have that on a tree all the time. Oh my god, Christmas is just so much more emotional now. I'm gonna cry, see? Oh man, okay. Because it reminds me of her. I've always felt everyone's presence for the most part. I feel like my great grandparents definitely take a step back. They just let everyone, they're there, but they're just like, we're enjoying it here. My Auntie Helen, she's in and out sometimes, but it's mostly right now for me, my grandma, my Uncle Brian, and my dad for sure. And sometimes my real dad. It's different all the time. So, but right now, at least the last year or so, it's definitely been like them three, just like, hi, we're here, hello. I just have the peace knowing again that they are here. They're watching over Brian, because that's really what I want more than anything. And even though they're past, I still want, damn it, I still want Brian to know them. He kisses their pictures all the time, blows kisses to them. So he knows. Yeah, this is kind of an all over the place podcast. But I still hope that you guys enjoyed it anyways. That is kind of the update. Paranormal, spiritual things that have been going on with me. Like I said, I've put up some boundaries, so a lot of that those things don't happen that often. But when they do, it's kind of like a wow, what the kind of moment, because I can't do scary. I can't be with the scary no more. I just, please don't. Please don't do that to me. I'm too old. I'm too tired. I have a child. Like, please don't do that to me. That also means to not do nothing right now, please, just because I'm talking about this. Please. Please. I just want to relax after this, okay? Put the laundry away. Please. Okay. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. little all over the place, little Halloween special, little me talking about it. I probably won't be talking about this again anytime soon. So there you go. But anyways, I hope you all have a very happy and safe Halloween. Definitely go trick or treating. Let's kill the trunk or treat tradition because as I've said in my vlog recently, it was great for COVID. We're not in COVID anymore. Let's go back to regular trick or treating. Let's stop killing the traditions of the holidays, okay? And this is also an upcoming reminder. I probably will be doing an episode on overconsumption in the holidays again. I know I did one last year, but now let's do another one. But this is your reminder, ladies, gentlemen, fellow former shopaholics. We are going to be thrown so much crap the next couple months. So much crap for the holidays, gift sets, sales for Black Friday, Cyber Monday. Get what you need. Get something for a gift for someone, okay? But you don't need it. If you see something you really want, you don't need it. You don't need it. Don't feel like you have to buy from every sale and buy from every buy this gift set or you'll never see it again or do this. Like, don't give in. Just try not to give in because that was my problem, especially when something says limited edition. Oh my God. Also, fun fact, my grandma, sorry, grandma, love you, also had a shopping addiction. When I was younger, when my mom was little, growing up, like their clothes everywhere, everything. Hey, let a girl live her life, honestly. Like let her live her life. And I feel like that has like gone on to my mom now. Well, now we're pulling ourselves out of it, but and then that's how it kind of came to me. Maybe it's genetic. Maybe. I don't know. I don't know. But things do not make you happy, people do. And also for the upcoming season of seasonal depression hates a moving target. I love that. Someone said that online and I love it. So, literally, depression hates a moving target. We are going to keep ourselves moving, keep ourselves happy. I'm going to try and curate some kind of goals list or something for me personally for January through March because that is when you're going to be stuck. I love you guys. Stay safe. Don't be stupid. Don't do anything I wouldn't do. Be safe tonight. Check your candy and follow all of Sam's rules, okay? And I'll see you in my next episode. Bye.